guest who I just saw walk in, but it appears maybe he got lost while I was giving that story of me not knowing how to shut up.
Shall I get him?
One moment.
Madeline went to get him.
I know, but huh?
Yes. Yeah? All right. So, we have a distinct honor this year to have one of our very own California State Assembly members in the House to deliver a brief address in his busy schedule. Assemblymember Sebastian Ridley-Thomas
is here.
Since his election, Sebastian Ridley-Thomas has built a reputation as an innovative problem solver committed to improving the quality of life in South Los Angeles. His work has included extending the operation of the Baldwin Hills Conservancy to protect and increase access to open recreation space in the community, authoring legislation to prohibit consumer racial profiling, increasing public contracting opportunities for minority business and enterprises, advancing the deployment of clean energy, and expanding access to mental health care. Besides his work in Sacramento, Sebastian maintains an active presence in his neighborhood. He has held events that have focused on services for autistic children, veterans' access to mental health services, the threat posed by communicable diseases, voter engagement, job fairs at the Baldwin Hills Crenshaw Mall, and police interactions with the mentally ill. He also hosts the Crenshaw Health Fest annually to bring free health services into Assembly District 54. Please invite me in giving a warm CPY welcome to California State Assembly Member Sebastian Ridley-Thomas.
I applaud you. I salute you. The YMCA Youth in Government is in the house. So you're going to have to allow me one indulgence. Given that I am a millennial, we have to take a selfie. Just stay. I'll get everybody else on Panorama and Snapchat before I step down. What a joy to be with you today. Came from Sacramento about 24 hours ago, headed back in about 5 hours to fight the good fight and to make sure that what those who participated in this year's conference just a couple of weekends ago, I get your notes and figure out which bills we're going to introduce and vote for. So I thank you for those who were ambassadors and delegates to the convention. Some of you may be aware that I represent an area that stretches from Lincoln Boulevard at its west in Marina Del Rey to Western Avenue at its east in South Los Angeles. It goes as far south as Inglewood at Florence Avenue and as far north as Sunset Boulevard in Westwood. It is a diverse section of California and Los Angeles, and it gives me a unique opportunity to speak to this audience today. The 54th Assembly District is economically, culturally, racially diverse, but there's one expectation of the constituents that I represent, besides the fact that I come to speak to you today, because everybody loves a Y. I'm a Y graduate myself, not as distinguished as you leaders. I was at Ketchum Downtown YMCA way back in the day, like 1993. So it's the expectation of the good people that I represent is that the high quality of life that most of those communities have be maintained and advanced, particularly for the next generation. And to be elected at the age of 26 in December of 2013 was really about folks saying, we're going to take a shot on the next generation of leadership. It is our burden to bear in training those who are going to be the next leaders, the next job creators, the next educators. And that's what covenant we entered, community and I, in December of 13. And I'm very pleased to have done just enough to come back 2 times. So we're starting off on our 3rd term, and I'm not even 30 yet. Yeah. Now that's not, well, you can applaud. If you applaud, you're applauding for yourselves and your parents. Because the only thing that means is that we've had time to have the voices of young people at the table. What is the concern for the millennial generation? Now, you know you're a millennial if you're about 17 right now, or between 17 and 35 years old. Largest generation in American history. Wow. There'll be 88 million of us at our peak, about 10 to 15 years. And the things that concern us greatly, that I hear the most, and will work with all those who are here to learn more and more about, are access to the economy, opportunity, and an affordable education, affordable high-quality education. There are a number of other things. Housing, the rent is too high. But those are core issues. Where are the jobs of today going to be? I mean, so I was in college at Morehouse in Atlanta, Georgia, in September of 2008, right before the presidential election where Barack Obama faced John McCain. And on, I think it was September the 16th, a bank failed. I think it was Lehman Brothers, if my memory serves me correctly. And 50 of my classmates lost jobs. I was standing next to my twin brother Sinclair. I was a sociology major. He was a business major with a concentration in finance. And most of his colleagues in the business concentration were looking for some alternative form of employment because their offers had been rescinded either directly from that bank or from a lending partner. So jobs were not as abundant when I graduated from school. And for people who were just older than me, who may have gone to law school and the like, the economy was changing. And the contraction in the economy forced us to recognize that we would not access the economy at the same rate as our parents. For those of you who are getting ready to graduate from high school, there was an era long ago when you could graduate from high school and go start working at a box cutting factory, or a manufacturing facility, or a rubber plant, or a tire recycling facility, or a automotive assembly plant. Now, if you can do that now and start off with something double the minimum wage, please let me know, because I'll probably be filing an application just after you for that job. But it is not as common. So what is the challenge of leaders like us today? The challenge will be to stay true to the commitment of the Y, to its servant leadership development model. Stay true to your comrades, because the relationships that you develop will follow you all the days of your life. And it is also to stay true to the pursuit of knowledge. We are at an information deficit right now that anyone in public life would feel comfortable being able to suggest that alternative facts is even a phrase that can be spoken. That is inappropriate based on, you can clap if you believe it. But from my humble perspective, I don't get deterred because of what I see in Washington. I really get happy because of what I see in this room. Because it's all of us and our leaders who are, I see primarily in the front, but over at other tables, who are going to lead us to a more prosperous future. And I'll tell you how you do it. You can look global and observe global, but I would encourage and implore to act local. You've known how to run campaigns, how to form alliances, how to work through political structures, how to advocate for change, how to define civic engagement, even if it was on Snapchat, Instagram, or Facebook. I'm at S. Ridley-Thomas. But one other way that you may or may not be paying attention, particularly if you're 18, And if you're not, it's okay. Find at least one 18-year-old. How many people are below the age of 18 right now? Okay, so you have a task. You got a homework assignment from your friend Sebastian. I need you to find one person who is 18 years old. One person who's 18 years old. And make sure that by Tuesday, they go out and vote.
Yep.
There's an election on Tuesday. And there are a bunch of measures on there, but if you live in Culver City, the one that I would argue is of highest top of mind that will make a difference is the question of homelessness and Measure H. This is a perfect segue to a YMCA article. Christian service and charity. Homelessness in LA County ain't like what it used to be. It used to be folks just down on Skid Row or at the beach. Now homelessness is in Culver City. It's in our schools. It's in the South Bay. It's in Lancaster, Palmdale. It's in the Santa Clarita Valley. It's in Pomona. It's in the San Gabriel Valley. It's in portions of South LA. It's in the San Fernando Valley. It's in the LA River. You know that Stone Channel, you drive along the 101 or you come along the Alameda Corridor. Folks are living in storm channel. Every time it rains, like it did earlier today, the sheriff's department has to go and beg people to get out of the storm channel because we don't want folks to succumb to the weather. So H is a way to invest. It is very similar to proposals that I've seen come out of the youth and government gatherings up in Sacramento, where we try to find resources to address critical challenges. So this is how you think global. There is human need. There is poverty. There are circumstances which individuals find themselves in that feed economic and housing insecurity. How might I, as a young and emerging leader in the greater Culver City area, make a difference? You can go out and you can do a little tweak on H. Don't forget to vote by March 7th. And if you're really on fire and you know somebody who will go out and do it today, before 4 p.m. today, you can go vote at West Los Angeles College early vote. It's very easy and simple to do. And those who are already voting and know about that, you should be aware that you can take your absentee ballot right there to West LA College, and they'll be happy to serve you the Register Recorder's Office. I'm excited, additionally, about seeing you today because we are celebrating the 25th anniversary of an organization called the Empowerment Congress. And the Empowerment Congress is youth and government for grown-ups. That's the best way to put it. It's based primarily in LA County, and it was started after the 1990